purpose is you remember who you are. You share that with the world. And in order to feel fulfilled by living your purpose, you are of service with it. You're not discovering your purpose in your life, but you remember it. I wanted to guide us into our bodies. Before, I want to share a little bit what brought me here and how I have experienced the idea that you're not discovering your purpose in your life, but you remember it. So before we go there, I want to get us into a breathing sequence that allows our nervous system to ground and allows us to arrive here. So I invite you to get very comfortable in your seat. If there's space next to you, maybe you just hop one seat to the side and have some space around you. If not, please enjoy the presence of this other being next to you. And if you are like me, you might want to sit cross-legged. I did this yesterday in all the meditations. So if you feel like you want to get your feet up, do that. If you're sitting like this, perfect, amazing. Good. And then simply, and maybe not so simply, close your eyes. And if that's not so easy, cover your eyes with your hands so you're blocking out some lights. Beautiful. And then see if you can relax your eyelids even more as we're gonna take our breaths to support the arrival in this good morning body. We're gonna start by taking a slow inhale through the nose. And we're breathing out on the sound of a shh. Beautiful. We're taking a slow, almost gentle inhale through the nose. And release it on the sound of shh. We're breathing in and up the spine as you inhale. We exhale through the mouth, softening into that seat. Breathing in, channeling the breath through the spine and up. And exhale exactly through the mouth. Now place one hand to the belly and bring the next inhale into your belly as you let it expand. And then exhale mouth. Feel the belly softening. Inhaling, let your belly come out, let it open. And breathe out through the mouth, softening your shoulders. Inhale to belly, 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 and exhale. Breathe out, out, out. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, filling the belly, let it expand and let it widen. And then breathe out, exhale. Listen, take an inhale to the belly and then hold your breath. And then inhale further to the side of your rib cage, open that space. And then exhale, let it flow out. And again, inhale into your belly. Hold. Inhale, widen the ribs. Keep that breath and channel it up into your heart space as you inhale, open the upper lungs. Exhale, breathe out, release. From that space, listen, inhale up your spine, breathe in 4, 3, 2. On your one, hold your breath. Open your body with it. And then exhale through the mouth. Let that breath go down the spine into the earth. And from there, stay empty. Relax your belly. One more time, please. Inhale, 4, 3, 2. Holding that breath inside of you. And then exhale, let it flow. Go into that emptiness as you hold the breath out. Keep your eyes closed and just allow your breath to become very natural, quite normal. Now as you sit with this arrival, as you sit within your body, as you maybe have touched upon the part of your being that knows, I invite you to feel into that and feel what comes up when I ask you, what do you feel when I tell you and ask you, how far are you with your life purpose? Is it happening? Are you living your purpose? And maybe that feels amazing. Maybe that feels very uncomfortable, maybe painful. Maybe there are questions within you that are not solved yet. Now bring your awareness towards your sternum, pierce with your awareness into it, move 3 fingers to the right, find that space. What comes up for you when I ask you, what do you sense is part of your purpose? What do you remember is the reason you came back into this body? What's the feeling for it? What are you here to share? Is that connection or maybe that question? Open your eyes again. For many years in my life, I had a really hard time with purpose. And I want to share a little bit what brought me into it, how I remembered it, and maybe inspire you to see purpose from a new perspective. And then we're going to do psychedelic breaths on it and with it. It's a story that is made of chronic pain, electronic music, and soul remembrance. So when I was 13, they discovered that I have scoliosis. That means my spine is more twisted than usual. And they put me into a bracelet, a corset, for 3 years. And I was in my teenager years, and you can imagine. No one could touch me, because I was in this plastic thing 23 hours a day. My ribs were bloody. I couldn't breathe. I had to stop all my sports. So in these years, it was cruel. I think I developed some trauma with it. I know I did. But also what I discovered in these years was my first time of breathwork that no one ever called breathwork back then. It didn't exist so much in this term. But I learned to twist my spine in the other way by breathing. Was it beautiful? No, it felt pretty cruel. Well, after this, I decided I want to do something with healing in humans. So I started psychology, to study psychology. And while I was studying, you know, in Germany, the old system, you study forever. So in my late 20s, I'm like, okay, I cannot become a psychotherapist. Something is missing. So I had a knowing that something is missing in this form of psychotherapy that I was about to learn. And very, very much later, I learned what was missing was the soul, the spiritual aspect, the being aspect. And I started to sense there's something that maybe wants to be discovered within me with that knowing. So way, way later, and I'm going to continue the story in a little bit, I discovered a formula for purpose. And for me, purpose is you remember who you are. I think yesterday we found out we have a soul. You remember who you are. You share that with the world. And in order to feel fulfilled by living your purpose, you are of service with it. Remember when Regan said yesterday, a deep sense of service is what gets her up every morning? So with that formula that came way later in my life, I wasn't there when I studied psychology, but afterwards I'm like, okay, I'm not becoming a psychotherapist. What else? So I became a brand strategist, don't ask. But I was new in Germany and I'm like, let's do that, it's amazing. I don't know, I'm curious. I became a very successful brand strategist. Why? Because I could read people. So I had a knowing who this one was in front of me. So if you give presentations about brands, you're speaking with humans. Because I could read them, I could be of service for them. That made me successful. After 2 years of work, I had a very horrible burnout. My mom was like, what the fuck? 2 years of working, it wasn't that. It was something else. So I laid on the couch for a year in pain. I couldn't move my arms. I was crying when I went, grocery shopping, exhausted. Adrenal exhaustion was the diagnosis. And it wasn't like brand strategy was wrong, it was beautiful. But something was wrong. So I was laying there and within this year on the couch having a boyfriend who richly gave me food every day. I became radically honest. And that led me to 3 values. And these values were beauty, inspiration, and connection. Little did I know that connection would be a spiritual connection. I had no idea about spirituality. I'm grown up in Stuttgart. Yoga wasn't a thing. Nothing was there. So I founded an art magazine. And with Art Berlin, I catch myself like asking all these spiritual questions. Where is your inspiration coming from? How do you connect? How did you become an artist? So after 4 years of leading this art magazine, I discovered yoga in a gym and something clicked. I went to the US, to New York. I studied yoga. I came back. I founded Yoga Meets Art. I combined both because I felt in both traditions there was a knowing that you couldn't explain with words. Then I ended up in chronic pain again, 5 years. A lot of pain in my body, not knowing how to get up in the morning, losing my identity. I didn't know who I was anymore, and that was amazing in the end. So when I was lying there, I became more radical. I became more honest. So I sat down and I asked, why am I here? How can I share with what I'm born for, and this amazing intuition, my guidance, my voice, my way to evoke emotions in people? What can I do with it? I meditated, and that's how psychedelic breath was born. It came through me. I wrote it down, literally. I said, I'm going to travel the world. It says, you going to travel the world with a practice that is highly physical, yet super spiritual. It connects people with their inner knowing, and you work with your most amazing electronic music artists. I'm like, did I make this up? Or is this like, what is this? It didn't say breathwork. So I went to my living room, sat down, and, channeled the word. I was thinking, what is Berlin interested in? And as I cannot consume any substances because my body doesn't allow me, I said psychedelic. This is how the brand was born. 2 years later, people wanted to learn from me, but now we have 120 teachers, and there will be more and more and more. I share this with you because sometimes I think business goes like this, or until you're on the stage, this is going to happen. The reason I'm here is because my inner voice, my knowing, told me to go to Burning Man. I decided 48 hours before the burn to go. And those of you who have been a burn know this is crazy. Right? Vision was in my camp in Maxa, Jeff, one of his partners too, and Jeff experienced the session, so I can share this with you. So I want us to guide now into a psychedelic breath session that is a bit shorter than usual. It will still do the job. We're going to change brainwaves as we did yesterday. Maybe you come into a theta brainwave, but what I foremost wish for us is that you connect with your emotional body, with that knowing within your heart, or in Purusha, the soul, which sits next to the sternum. If there's pain coming up for you, my story was from pain to purpose. Welcome it. Let's use the time we have to feel what comes up for you. And maybe, my story inspires you to think of purpose in a way of sharing what you have. And it's not always a career. Yeah? Okay. Shall we do this? I've seen some of you, have experienced this breathwork. I explain you quickly how the psychedelic breath technique works. It's an inhale nose, it's an exhale mouth. So come with me 3 times to feel it. In, out, in, out, in, out. Beautiful. So that's the rhythmic part. The second part of the technique is breath retention. We drop empty, exhale, we stay empty. Then we inhale, hold the breath inside of us for a couple of seconds, and we drop it and do again the rhythmic breathing. So we work in cycles. I guide you. What's important to me is that you exhale out and stay empty as long as you feel it's right for your body. Yeah? Not longer, but as long as you feel it's right, no matter what I say. If you feel my guidance, just follow me. Otherwise, join again in the rhythmic. It's the 2 breaths as Wim Hof is using as well. So those of you who that sounds familiar, it is. It's either that or connected breath and breath work. So that's it from the technique. You might experience some cramps in the hands. You might get tingling in your face. You might get dizzy, lightheadedness. That means you're doing it right. Allow yourself to drop into surrender and acceptance with your physical body. It's your vessel, and we're going to go to a non-ordinary state. It's not dangerous. It will pass after the session. Yeah? This is a chair situation. Interesting. We usually sit on the floor, but it's done sitting. So allow your spine to move. See what comes through as the body maybe wants to move as well. Yeah? Okay. Let's begin. It's an inside job, right? Remembering. So I invite you to close your eyes and maybe wiggle the body a little bit, finding into that seat again, exactly. And we're going to start. We're going to take a first inhale through the nose. And we exhale through the mouth. We're breathing in. We exhale. In. And out, in, out, in, out, inhale, exhale, starting slow, feel the breath, in, out, nose is your in, mouth is your out, in, out, and while you keep breathing, 3 amazing angels, my friends, will walk by with essential oils. So don't be scared if you smell one of them. Coming close, breathe in, out, and if this gets already challenging, can you allow this? Can you be with that effort? Feeling the breath moving and touching the inside of your body. Beautiful. Find a rhythm that works for you. Find the uneasiness if it's present. In, out, for 10. 5, 3, 2. Listen on your 1, raise everything in, inhale completely now, exhale, go empty, empty, stay in the empty, relax your belly. Soften into the body. My timing is 5, 3, 2. On your 1, you could find a deep inhale, filling up the spine, bringing that breath back into the body. Hold. 5 here. 3, 2, and then exhale. Release, breathe out. When you're ready, we begin cycle number 2. It's an inhale nose. It's an exhale mouth. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. You do your own rhythm. Moving with your awareness deeper inside of you. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you feel the rhythm of the music, you're always welcome to speed the breath up. As we're entering the zone of discomfort, I invite you to zoom back into a moment within your own life where things got tough, where pain was present. Might have been physical or emotional pain. Times was in your life where you didn't know anymore where to go, how to continue that path. It was related to your physical home, your body, or the end of a relationship. And as you feel the body reacting to that what you're offering, see if you can use the physical dizziness, the tingling, maybe you're getting cold. Use that energy, bring the breath into it, distribute it into this memory. Moments of loneliness. Keep breathing for the last 3, 2, on your 1 into all this, find an inhale and then go empty as you exhale. Breathe it out, and stay with it. See if you want to be here for 5, 3, 2, on your 1, you could follow me. Take a deep inhale as you're filling up the body, creating that space. And as you hold that breath, you might want to turn your eyes looking up, keeping them close, connecting with the space above you. 5 here. 3, 2, on your 1, releasing, exhale. Beautiful. Arriving at the portal of cycle 3, whenever your breath is back, pick it up. Breathe in, out, in, out, in. As you keep breathing, I invite you to feel into a possibility. What if you're coming back into a life, into your life, into a body? Because your soul has the desire for completion. So it shows up. And what if these moments where things keep repeating, keep breathing, the things that keep repeating within your life, the again, really, are the language of your soul, the soul themes, to remind you of what is looking to be completed, to be healed, to be seen. So what is repeating in your life? What is challenging you again and again? Can can you allow your breath, that literally means spirit, to guide you in this right now? Breathing. Connecting with your soul themes. Connecting with the love of your soul that reminds you what wants to be healed. Last 5, 3, 2, listen on your 1, find a long inhale and then drop it. Exhale, exhale into stillness. Five, 3, 2, if you feel that, breathe in, holding that space for you. If you like, look up. 5 here, 3, 2, on your 1, releasing, exhale, open. Cycle number 4. If your breathing joins you, pick it up. Breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Can you trust your body at this stage to be safe? To be watching this, observing it, allowing that shift, transmission. In, out. 4 is the energetic number of your heart space. The yogis call it anahata. It means infinity. If you like, channel that breath into the heart space. So you inhale, exhale, in, out. And if emotions start to join you, can you open your arms and feel them? Tapping into your full capacity to be human. That means to feel everything. With your heart. And as you keep breathing, you might want to ask your heart, my dear heart, what can I do for you? My dear heart, what can I do for you? And together, how can we be of service for the world out there, for the people around us? What is your way to do that? How do you show up to share? What has been given to you for a reason? What is your thing? What is your way? How are you of service? Keep breathing for 10. 5, 3, 2, on your 1, find that inhale and then release it as you exhale, exhale, staying into emptiness. Five, 3, 2, if this is your timing, bringing that inhale back, breathing up the spine, take that breath to the space above your head, and as you hold it there is a space of pure possibilities. 5 here, 3, and on 1, exhale, breathe out. We open the second last cycle. When your breath is back, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, in, out. Out. And as I see that the feelings are present, as I see your tears, as I see your capacity to go fully into that connection, I invite you to breathe this cycle without any expectation. Simply drop into the guidance that comes from your breathing. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Into remembrance, into opening yourself for a quality called knowing that is not based on knowledge. In, out, in, out, in, out. Sensing, not thinking. Knowing, not learning. And if you feel the body tighten, can you use the breath to distribute this energy, to move it through you? If you feel like shaking, let it shake. Connecting with your energy body, connecting with your knowing. And only you can know this. Keep breathing with that. And if you feel it, let it become a little bit more crazy in the breath. If you want, speed it up. Going into the depths of it, allowing your breath to help you, to support you, to connect you with it. If you're feeling the grip of control, can you surrender a little bit more? Can you loosen the control just a little bit more? You're in this for 5, 3, 2. On your 1, find an inhale, and then let this all go as you slowly exhale, exhale. To listening.
Is part of the game. Be true. Evolution is a silent, invisible process. Turn on. To make contact with the wisdom and the potential of your body. To lead. Begin to own the universe.
5 here.
Drop out by tuning in.
3,
As you drop out,
2. On your 1, you could find that inhale, breathing in. Holding that space outside of the body, let it expand.
until you have detached yourself internally.
5 here. 3, 2, on your 1, exhale, breathing out, and we open the last chapter. When you're ready to breathe this final cycle, begin. Breathe in, out, 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 in, out. And as you opened so much to this guidance of your knowing, and maybe this that comes from your pain, as you keep breathing, I invite you to feel into that what is actually guiding you. That it is beyond form. Maybe that what you have been connecting yesterday with. Can you allow yourself to ask? And if you're not sure from what you're asking for, if you're not sure how you can serve in this lifetime, on this planet, why not say, please, use me, please, use me. Out for the last 5 here. 3, 2, on your 1, one more time, find an inhale, and at the last time, drop into that empty as you exhale, exhale, and stay with it. In this for 5, 3, 2. Now every one of you, please, one more time, inhale, breathe in, and stay with that space and breath. And as you are with that, I want you to know that you have arrived. Slowly exhale, let that breath float out. Turn back into your natural breathing. Keep your eyes closed. Be with it. It's time to receive. It's time to feel.
I think if I could get you to do one thing, I would say when you get to the point that you really feel highly motivated to just towards keeping your virtue, then you'll discover quite quickly just how extraordinary a life is meant to be and could be. And it's just we get so messy. It's not that we're doing lots of wrong things, but our mind is so messy. We don't keep it simple. And we end up making the life that we're living so inordinately complicated. And completely unnecessary. And it's such a shame to end up feeling in a real muddle when actually you ought to be having the time of your lives. It doesn't actually take very much to make the deepest part of us incredibly happy. You know, just to be here, just to appreciate being here. To feel that you're alive, be in touch with your heart. That's it. That's it.
Very gently, with closed eyes, find the breath into your heart as you inhale. And then blow a great softness into the body as you exhale. Imagine you can breathe in love through your heart.
Come to human
Inhale.
life.
And exhale that love into the body. Exhale.
And virtue
Breathing in love.
to come to a fortunate human life.
Exhaling into you. And with that gentle connection towards the body, I simply invite you to feel what would feel good in this moment. Maybe it's some wiggling in the body, maybe it's some stretching with the arms. Maybe you're like, oh my God, I don't feel my hands. And that's fine because they will return. See if you can trust the after.
Chance to be part of this happens briefly.
And if you're still in this very connected space, I
Imaginative you are,
invite you to stay connected.
what you're already part of.
You're in perfect hands here. When the impulse comes for you to slowly blink your eyes open, then see if you wanna allow this.
There while you're looking out to your own. That's it. And then you'll get to the end of it having had a awesome time. Knowing that that was something you'd recommend to others.
Easing back into the space that we share. Allowing vulnerability to be with you. Maybe helping each other's out with tissues that's needed. Thank you so much for doing this work. And it's a pleasure meeting your souls. I wanted to ask the team, because I'm 5 minutes over, is the next one, or we have time for sharing a little bit? I don't want to, just want to make sure, we're like on the German schedule. I'm German, by the way, did you see this? Yeah. We have a little bit of sharing. Okay, amazing. So I know that it's not always easy to speak after this kind of highly connecting work. But I also know that we humans love storytelling and we love to connect with each other through words and maybe shared experience. So I ask you, what was difficult? What was challenging? Did something came up from your pain points? Or did you remember something from your soul purpose? I think there was the lady over there sharing, and you, this audience, is your sharers.
Hi, thank you. My name is Christine. I'm from Norway, and this was a really, really great experience for me. First of all, I just want to say that I really connected with your story because I've been sick for a long time. I got diagnosed with myalgic encephalitis, which is a really severe chronic fatigue syndrome. And my body collapsed in 2020 after an infection where I was comatized and I had to stay in bed for like 20 hours a day for a really, really long time. Also, I had to be fed, like you were telling me that your boyfriend did, and it really hit me. And this year I have been on my personal healing journey. I found Mind Valley this year actually, and it's kind of reading Vision's book about the code of the extraordinary mind. I realized being sick had made me create these rules, as he calls it, where I stopped being myself. I became the diagnosis I've gotten, that I set limits for myself, what I could do, and it kind of took away all the power that I had. I lost myself completely, and now I've been trying to get out of my comfort zone again, learning about energy healing and trying to heal myself from within, because there is no medicine that works for my diagnosis.
Yeah.
And I have, like me being here today and being able to travel on a plane and just having a lot of noises and people around me is extreme, because I couldn't leave the house for many months because I was so severely destroyed.
And and I can say, when I can interrupt, what she's sharing, that you're sharing that, that our own challenges make us extraordinary. Can make us extraordinary. No bestseller book in the field of healing was ever written by a healthy person, right? You find your own way. Thank you so much for sharing. I just want to ask if someone else wants to share too, if it's okay. Yeah, maybe just, how does Vision do that? Like you channel that? Okay, who wanted? Yes, so this lady.
Hi. And to say this was a very amazing experience. Everything was tingling, and it was a bit creepy in the beginning, but it was still nice. And it opened me up kind of to my purpose and a bigger understanding. And it kind of is in alignment with what happened yesterday. And the thing is, I'm a person with a lot of emotional experience. I experienced a lot of deep, tremendous pain, a lot of traumas, because I had to go through CPTSD and get myself through that. And I discovered throughout this exercise that my biggest strength, and I saw it in my visions, is my heart. Because my heart is open to the most terrifying, the darkest emotions there are. And what is my natural strength is that even when I walk through the park, no matter where I am, people like to approach me. People share their secrets with me. People share their pain with me. And kind of I always felt like an advisor, unpaid, of course, but it was still nice. And in my vision, I saw suddenly myself. And myself was holding a heart in front of me, kind of with lights, very romantic, beautiful, and saying, Jeannie, you have a cozy heart. And I now understand why. Because around me, people feel like they can be themselves. They can express a part of them they want to express right now. And they know that, or just intuitively feel that I don't judge them. I just accept the part they want to show me. And eventually I can share with them through stories, storytelling. And it just showed me that I can really rely on my heart, and with my heart truly connect with everyone. And what happened yesterday is, that's the amazing thing, I was there and I shared a part of me, what home means to me, how my home should look like. Then suddenly my heart was coming through speaking. I started crying. It wasn't planned. So it was very confusing for me, surprising. But my heart showed me a truth. It showed me the reason why. Because I wanted to invite friends. So I shared a pain. What happens afterwards is people remember my name, and the whole day long, even at the party, people come to me and say, you're Jeannie. And I'm like, oh, good to know. I don't know. For me, it was very confusing, but also truly, truly appreciating. And
Thank
they
you,
came to me.
Jeannie.
Yeah,
Can
just
I
say
can I
thank
cut
you.
you there?
Thank you. Don't worry, don't worry. I just want to say thank you to everyone. Yeah.
Jeannie's stories is such a beautiful reminder, the purpose, something so natural. It's something so natural is within us. And I think we're closing here. Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be with you.